People have kept asking me, why aren't you an interpreter? Why not? You should. And most of the time, I say, well, I've had enough. I've been raised with deaf parents. I have a deaf husband. I think that's enough. And I did try 2 times. I went to school at Harper. It's located in the Chicagoland area. But my motivation was lost, or I just couldn't follow up with it. Many times, people that were near me that needed an interpreter, I did want to help them, but I couldn't. I don't know why. Then, finally, it came to me. Since the last CODA conference, just recently, I've become more freeing in my mind. Just everything, all of my thoughts are coming together, and I'm becoming clear on a lot of things, which is really cool. But what happened was, 2 days ago, our friends were visiting in the area. They were deaf. They were camping, and it was time to go to another campsite. However, they got in an accident. They called me and asked me to please call an interpreter. But the problem is that we live in a small town. I don't even know if we have an interpreter list. So I said, I don't mind doing it. I'll meet you there. I was pretty calm. Arrived, helped out, interpreted. And then after that, I felt like I had been in a car accident. I felt like I was shaky and nervous. And I didn't know why. So I went on with my day. Later on, I was talking to my husband, and I started getting annoyed. And I couldn't understand why I was upset interpreting. Now, while I was sitting there calmly, it came to me. During my life, I had always tried to show hearing people that deaf can. I had to fix their words for my parents, make them sound smart. I didn't want them looking at them like they didn't know anything. I wanted them to be proud. I was proud of them. And whenever I help people that are deaf in the police or hospital, I feel like I have to protect that deaf person. It doesn't matter. They could just be deaf, and I just have to protect them. But what if they are wrong, or they need some reprimanding? I don't know if I could do that. So that's why I feel, since I want to make deaf people look good, so that they know that deaf can, they're brilliant, their language is great, but it's dependent on my translation and my language. That's where I felt like I would fail. I didn't want to fail. Fortunately, my friends didn't get a ticket or were at fault. The other driver was at fault. But I wonder, how would I have felt if they had gotten a ticket or were cited at fault? So now I finally know that because of my background with my deaf parents, I can't interpret. I really don't want to, but I'm sure if I really wanted to, I could overcome that. But really, that's how I feel. To beat that type of feeling, or that dependency on my words, I don't want that anymore. I'm too protective. Instead of just doing a job, you know what I mean? That line, where's the line for me? So now I can finally give a better answer for people that ask me, why don't you want to be an interpreter? Thanks for listening.